side on Sunday? And beyond that, what's the situation?
I'm guessing that too. So yes, as I said, it's going to be a short job as an interim. That was communicated very clear, and I was happy with that. I felt that I was called upon to help the club forward in this situation, and obviously it was difficult, that Eric had to leave. I was very disappointed, obviously with mixed feelings, but after that you have to switch and the mindset to win, because in the end 75,000 people waiting and celebrating and millions watching at home. So I think that's what we try to do, and same for Sunday at least, and then after that we'll see.
Have you spoken much to Eric since Monday?
Yes, I've seen him Monday here, and I've spoken to him yesterday before the game. Obviously very disappointed and touched, because he really cared for the club. I said also yesterday that in the first conversation we had over talks, that for me to come back to the club with him, I really felt that he cared and loved the club and wanted to bring this club forward, and that's why we connected, and that's why he's also heard that he had to leave, but also proud of his achievements here with the two cups, and obviously the history that he's leaving with that.
Ruud, can you explain why it's not worked out? When we saw everyone in Los Angeles in the summer, there was a lot of optimism around the club. The signings came in. Yeah. It seemed as though everything was aligned and ready to go forward, and it's just not happened.
No, I think in the end it's also clear in football that the results. It's the results, and Eric also said, hey, we, as you say, in pre-season we had a new staff, and all very positive and working hard to bring the club forward. And obviously, there's things you can't explain sometimes. I also remember the Brighton goal we scored, Ghana via Josh in, and then you concede the 2-1. There's been so many games where we felt that we could get a better result for the way we played. I'm talking Palace, I'm talking West Ham, I'm talking Fenerbahce, I'm talking Porto. So. But in the end, we also know that it's about results, this game, and that's part of it, of our jobs.
Just in terms of you said that the ownership of it said it's short term, go in and do it. Does that mean you're expecting to leave when the new manager comes in? And what does the future hold for you? Because you have been a manager, you could have been a manager before deciding to come back here.
Yes, and I decided to come back here for a very important reason, that I'm here. And as an assistant, I came here to help the club forward. And I'm still very motivated to do so in any capacity. And as an assistant, and now as an interim manager, and after that I go back to my assistant contract that I have here. For this season and next, and I'm very motivated to stay here and help the club forward. That's my absolute goal.
So, Ruud, it's your expectation that you will remain as an assistant manager when the new permanent manager is installed?
We will see, but it's a contract situation that I'm in, and my desire to help the club forward. So I can speak to you about my side of this story. And after that, when the new situation is occurring, when the new manager is signing and conversations takes place, we have to see how things develop.
Do you expect you'll have any conversations with the new incoming manager about your own situation, but also about the squad and any tips and hints you could give him?
Yeah, of course. But that's the thing, that I want to help. I want to do everything I can in my abilities, as other people, many others do in this club, to fight for this club. And the club is in a difficult situation, and it's not there where we all want it to be. But the challenge is therefore the bigger. That's why I'm here. And of course, it's a situation where everybody's looking at Man United and the situation there it's in. but it's us as people on the floor, on the ground, on the floor here, to do the utmost, supported by our fans. And of course, it's a process, and it's something to work for and do everything for.
Mickey.
Hi, Ruud. The next 3 games that you're in charge, will you be speaking to Ruben, or because he likes to play a 3-4-3, or is this going to be your team for the next 3 games, the one that you pick?
Is he already announced? Or?
Well, I don't know, not yet, but...
So then, obviously, you don't
So it's
talk
gonna be
to
your
somebody
team.
that's not announced. So that's logical, in my opinion. And again, what the future will bring, we'll see.
So it's your team over the next 3 games?
Of course.
Obviously now had some time with the squad, first game under the belt as well. What are your thoughts on the shape of the team overall and how well equipped they are for the rest of the season under new management?
Sorry, say again?
What are your thoughts on how well the team are equipped for the rest of the season under new management after obviously the game last night and the sessions you've taken charge of?
Oh no, I'm thinking about preparing the team for Leicester, which we did. And it was a difficult situation where we were in to get a good result against Leicester. And same today, here to build and evaluate the game, focus on Chelsea on Sunday. And that's the process that I'm in, and of course with the short term that I'm in this position, for me I'm really only thinking in one thing, and that's doing the best we can for every game coming up, and that's a big one against Chelsea on Sunday.
Neil.
Ruud, do you think this group of players is good enough to challenge at the very top?
I think what's important and the most important is that what the task is that they get the maximum out of these players. And I think it's a great challenge to show and push ourselves as staff and players to that level. And I think over a Premiership season and also all the other games that we're going to play until the end of May will give us a very good and clear picture where the club is at this moment and what the process will be towards the next season and the seasons to come. So it's a big challenge. I think everybody is convinced with this group of players that we can and have to perform better than we're doing at the moment. But obviously it's very interesting to see over the course of 38 to 50 games that probably still are to be played for, where we can end up.
Did you ever think, given the way that you unfortunately left the club, that you'd be back one day standing in that technical area where Sir Alex used to be?
Yeah, no. Well, no. At the time, I wasn't thinking that to manage. I left in 2006. Oh my God, so long a time ago. To Real Madrid and to perform and to play, and to get the most out of yourself as a player. And obviously after that, you started thinking about coaching. But I have to say, it was special to come back to this club and to the city that I liked and I loved so much and still do. And I enjoy it. I enjoy being around Manchester and enjoy working with the players and staff here. There's not many that were there when I played, but still a couple. And huh?
I'm still here.
Well, I see a familiar faces. A couple here. More actually. Well, more or less the same quantity of people that are still there. A couple there from that time.
Dave.
We're just following on from that question. You have a huge affinity with this club. You're scoring 150 goals, winning titles, trophies here. How different was it for you last night, being in charge, being on the touchline there, compared to playing? What was the difference in the feeling and the emotion and the whole mindset?
I don't know. It's the other side. Being a football player or being a manager or an assistant. It's obviously complete opposite sides. My team talk. I'm standing in front of the team, telling them about what Manchester United is about and what it is to play at Old Trafford and what songs are being sung by the fans and why. So you try to transmit that feeling, that lovely feeling for playing for this club, and I think it's a proud moment to do that and to share that with players and what they were transmitting on the pitch and also the way it interacted with the supporters also towards me. It's an unbelievable support, and it only strengthens me to do the utmost to especially short term for Sunday, Chelsea.
Samuel.
Hi, Ruud. I know it was a tight turnaround between the games, but did you speak to Sir Alex Ferguson before the game last night?
Yes, I spoke to him. He wished me luck. We spoke shortly about my situation, shortly about the team, and most of all he wished me luck for the game. It was always great to speak to him.
Last question in this section.
The club committed around another £200 million in the summer, and the manager who oversaw that is now gone 2 months later. The manager who's coming in might not want a lot of those players. Is there not a risk that the club have dug a big hole for themselves?
Oh, that's it's something that is interesting to think about, because in the end, it's in football. It happens so much. Huh? The team, a club, is also in the process of signing players. So it's also in combination with the manager. So it's difficult to comment on that actually, and what the process would be with the new manager, and how important it is that the new manager